Greetings, ladles, jelly spoons, and all other non-binary kitchen utensils. Welcome to the Crave Wheels podcast, the podcast that we do every week where we talk to each other about some things, usually video games. Sometimes it's movies. I don't know. I'm Andrew.
I'm Franklin.
He's
You know me. By the way, while we're talking about what we do, if you guys haven't noticed, we had a plan for 2022. And we started a little bit late, but we've started it. We've kicked it off here in February. We have started a content schedule, and I feel like if we announce it here today, then we will be held to it to a degree. True. Right? So here, let me look it up because I already forgot it. I got to go to starred messages. From now on, the content schedule that we're going to try to keep here on this channel, if you guys are listening on some various podcast thing and you're not subscribed to our YouTube, this is what we're talking about, specifically our YouTube channel. Saturdays, you will be seeing the podcast, as long as Frank doesn't have some major editorial issue. You'll see the podcast go up on Saturdays, followed by Sunday. You will see, amidst Andrew, I was trying to think of some fun day title. Andrew will be producing some sort of content. It's probably going to be a lot of Let's Plays, but you guys did see Cooking with Uncle Frank. Or if you didn't see that, make sure you go back and watch that. Frank made Yacky Joes, which, as by the name, you might have figured out that is a sloppy Joe made with ground yak instead of the more familiar beef version.
Not to be confused with Gacky Joes, which is made out of the slime that Nickelodeon used to sell.
Or Flubber Joes, rest in peace to our Lord and Savior. What are you... I'm not even going to ask what you're consuming. Anyway, so Andrew, you'll see content from him every Sunday. Tuesday, we'll give you a break on Monday. You guys can take the day off, relax, clean the house, whatever you need to do. Tuesdays, you'll see content by myself. The way that the days of the month fell, I'm the first person to upload to this content schedule, so I have started a Let's Play for the game 13, the hottest new remake in the past probably 5 years. So if you're interested in the campaign Let's Play of that, you'll be seeing my episodes go up on Tuesdays. And then Frank's content you will see on Thursdays. So like I said, it'll probably be like primarily Let's Plays, I have a feeling. But I know Frank definitely has some cooking videos in the mix, and there'll be lots of fun shenanigans, so tune into that. We're a whole new content plan for 2022, and we'll try to keep it going as long as we can. We're trying to hit them watch hours, trying to get monetized, got to get them ads on them videos so we can start buying gravy posters and stuff. I don't know, stuff, gravy things, ladles.
Yep. No, that's all correct.
Yep.
My first Let's Play, I guess, if you're watching this the day it comes out, will be going up tomorrow, and it will be of the very first Ninja Turtles Game Boy game. So, look out for that. If you want to hear me sort of unexcitedly ramble over a game that is half an hour long.
I think a lot of the Let's Plays that you might see come from us, and I shouldn't speak for them, but I will, because I have a feeling Andrew's just going to do like really weird games that most people aren't Let's Playing on YouTube, so that I think that's going to be kind of fun.
Let me show you something that I purchased yesterday for the purposes of this.
Also, I think you guys should suggest ones. I like how, what is all the text in the middle?
You want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so at the top it says The Lion King. And then it says, copyright the Walt Disney Company. The Lion King is a Disney Software / Virgin Interactive Entertainment Incorporated co-production. 1994 Virgin Interactive Entertainment Incorporated. All rights reserved. Virgin is a registered trademark of Virgin Enterprises Limited.
Why couldn't they have like put that on like anywhere other than front and center?
Nope. Richard Branson? Because Richard Branson
is like, I don't understand games. It has to say this right here.
That's literally all there is. There's some art of the sun, I guess, in the background, and just legalese. And of course, because I bought these at my local game shop, they all have like Sharpie drawings on them.
Of course. But I think also you guys should suggest, you might be able to throw out a game title that like we've never even heard about, and it can be
Impossible.
as obscure and crazy as you guys can think of, as long as we have the means to find it and it's not like outrageously priced. There's a good chance that we might play it, because there's like all kind. I find weird stuff all the time. That I'm like, I didn't know that was a game on the PS1 or whatever, and so I think stuff like that would be fun to at least play, attempt to play all the way through. Sometimes you start stuff that's like seems like a really good idea, and then you find out very early on that the controls are so broken, or just the core gameplay in one way or another is like, well, I'm not going to be able to finish this, but maybe we can get an episode out of it or something.
I've decided that I'm just gonna push through that shit. There are 3 Ninja Turtle original Game Boy games, and I have 2 of them. And the third one, if somebody wants to send it to me, I'll play it too. But that one is
box?
That one is expensive. No, I don't have a PO box.
We should get a gravy PO box. That should be on our to-do list.
Yeah. If you find a copy of, what is it? Hold on, let me find the title of it. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue. If you find a copy of that on the Game Boy, you want to see me play it, then Rescue. Send it to me. It's about Michelangelo, and he has to save all the other turtles.
I mean, it sounds hot.
Michelangelo's the best turtle. Sorry, Frank. Yes. You're holding up something purple and bulbous.
Oh, that's for later. But I'm going to be rebuilding something so that way it will play. These.
8 tracks?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Very nice.
I'm going to be rebuilding an 8-track player.
Is that like content that you're going to produce?
Yeah. But we can't play the music. So it'll work, but we can't play music on it. And
You'll just have to pretend, right?
Yeah, because, we'll get sued for playing Sonny and Cher on an 8-track.
That's right.
Right.
Chuck Berry.
Cool.
That's the guy that peed on people, wasn't it? Or he had cameras in the restaurant?
That's Chubby Checker.
How chubby was he, though?
Is that Chubby Checker or Chuck Berry?
I have absolutely no idea. That's slander. I'm sorry to the estate of Chubby Checker.
This might be one on my list. I don't know the extent of like what completion consists of, or how broken or not broken the game is, but yeah, I think this might be one of mine. What is that, and why do I know that I've had one before?
This
is that an old McDonald's toy?
Yes. It's a McDonald's Transformer.
Of God. I remember those, dude.
Yeah, how many of those did you eat?
He's fully
just
transformed.
Unlocked so much nostalgia.
There's a really cool toy shop here in Lawrence called 1313 Mockingbird Lane. It's like it's tons of like toy collectibles and stuff that are actually like affordable that you can actually buy. And a lot of horror movie shit as well. There's like tons of horror stuff. It rules. I guess they're in a documentary that's on like Amazon. You can check out. I can't remember the name. Your Neighborhood Toy Store, I think it's called.
Hey, wait, what? Is that a reference to a horror movie?
1313 Mockingbird Lane. That's the address and the house that the family lived in on the Munsters, I believe.
What's the over-under on putting this in my Xbox Series X and it actually booting?
No, it won't. There's no way.
Damn it. Dude, look at this instruction manual art. That's pretty
good.
Pretty fucking sick. You got the old Jurassic Park gate back there.
This is so shitty.
You've got a camouflage helicopter.
That cool old Konami logo.
I didn't even notice that.
What the fuck?
What?
Dream it. Build it.
Ornament.homeappliances.dishware.brush holder box shelf pin shaft others shop sign signboard exhibit pet fish water tank sunglass lens kitchen cabinet.
What?
That's what this says, and it's the little holder that you build for your fucking Cortana controller.
Thanks, Hyperkin.
What the
Okie dokie.
Shop sign signboard exit. What the fuck?
I got that coming up.
Mutant Academy. I love how every episode of this just turns into show and tell.
What is going on?
This is what I played on my Let's Play. So if you see that and you wonder why the background looks terrible, it's because it's a photograph of this actual cart. How you guys doing? What's up?
Currently, there's a fucking blizzard going on outside, so other than that, not bad.
Yeah.
Been gaming it. I'm gonna put this in my thing right now. I'll be right back.
It's snowy. It's very snowy.
Yep.
I cleared out my garage last night so I could actually park my vehicle in there. And
What
so
if it just eats the disc?
I had to move like all of these cardboard boxes and stuff into my music room, and that sucked because I've got stairs to walk up and down, and I was drunk.
Oh, good.
I have some bad news to share.
All right.
I scanned the 7th artifact in Halo Infinite, the Stargates,
Yeah.
and Kurt Russell did not come out of the 7th and final Stargate. So,
Did James Spader come out instead?
no.
Any of the Gould?
But
Gould?
a Sphinx warrior did, and he stabbed me in the asshole.
Teal'c.
More bad news. Shocker. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis does not work in the Xbox Series X, so I'm going to have to hook up a 360 in here.
So
The list of like original Xbox games. Oh fuck.
Very small.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Are all OG Xbox games back compatible on 360? I think they are, or like
I think so.
Very large majority.
I think so. I don't know.
Did everybody watch a certain movie we were supposed to watch?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched Weekend at Bernie's too. I don't know why we're supposed to do that.
Fuck that movie. So I got a wild hair in my cooter. Probably about a month ago. It was shortly after Infinite came out. We were all enjoying multiplayer, catching up with friends that we hadn't played in a long time. Shout out to Nate and AJ and Sauce and just all the homies that we've been playing with. And it made me think like I had seen that Forward Unto Dawn and it was really good. And I wanted you guys to see it. But I knew if I was just like, hey, watch Forward Unto Dawn, no one would fucking watch it. So I was like, well, I'll just buy everybody a copy of Forward Unto Dawn. It's like $5-6, like brand new. So no big deal. And then I was like, while I was looking for that, I found that, what's the Halo Legends? It's like a 7 anime collection disc. And I was like, well, I'll check that out. I watched that with my kids, and it was pretty enjoyable. So I was like, well, I'll get that one too. Because again, it was like $5-6 for brand new DVD copies of that. And then while I was doing that, I found I had already secured all of the Forward Unto Dawn and the Legends discs, and I was about to ship them out. And then I found Nightfall, so I was like, I'll wait. So I ordered 7 more copies of Halo Nightfall, one for myself because I hadn't seen it yet. And I was like, all right, I'll send these bundles out. So I finally sent them out to everybody. And we watched Halo Nightfall last night, which apparently is produced by Ridley Scott. You might know for the work on Clifford the Big Red Dog, Alien,
Gladiator, Blade Runner, Alien. Yeah. I mean,
and Halo Nightfall.
That's enough. Like, you don't need more than those 3.
Right. And
Yeah.
my opinion on it was it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. But the other 2 that I sent you guys are much better. It's definitely my least favorite of the 3. It was like very easy to forget that you were watching something in the Halo universe.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is a big mistake, obviously.
Yeah.
You brought up something about Pitch Black, and that's exactly where my mind went while I was watching it last night. I was like, this is just Pitch Black, but like on the Halo ring, which again, you forget that they're even on a Halo ring, like,
and boring.
Unless it's like in the fucking shot. Yeah, and it was just boring, and they only showed I mean, like, if it wasn't for the Halo weaponry, you wouldn't even know. They mentioned Master Chief at, like, one point. They show the Halo ring a couple times. There's an elite in the very beginning. Yeah. Other than that, it's very forgettable that it's Halo.
There's one elite. There's one fucking company.
And they did really bad on that CGI.
There's also, you get to see a Phantom for, like, a second that drops the elite off and then leaves.
True, yeah.
So that's there too. I do want to list a couple things that I think are cardinal sins. So the Halo universe is set in the future where there's lots of technology that's very interesting, right? You got plasma weapons, you got shields, you got all kinds of cool shit. So why don't we make a movie where using technology is going to get you killed?
Yeah.
Cool. So like they can't turn their guns on.
Yeah, that was like, they should have looked at that in the script and been like, that's a real bad idea.
Bad idea.
Combat devolved.
Let's never show a single Spartan, but let's have somebody who was a Spartan once, maybe.
And just mention that they had been.
And he's got some scars.
From his armor. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's also a bad idea.
I liked the realization of that the worms were the hunter worms. Like, as soon as he squeezed it and the orange came out, I was like, oh, those are the hunter worms. Because if you guys don't know, the hunters in the Halo games are made up of those hunter worms. Yeah. I didn't
make that connection.
But at any point in the, like, why, if they're the hunter worms, why would they not at some point in the movie not show them in the hunter form too, though?
There is that really cool. There's one really cool idea where a member of the cast dies, and then they think they see them again, but it's actually the worms sort of standing up in the shape of the person, and they're just like trying to bait them out. That's really cool. That's a great idea.
There were some cool ideas. Just poor execution. I think one of the things I mentioned to Katie while we were watching it is like, I don't give a shit about any of these characters. They literally, it was like the opening scene is like, there's this alien smuggler meeting with an elite, and they like pass something over, and then it's something bad, and they have to figure out the origin of something bad, and then it's getting rid of the thing that's bad. But there's like no character building at all. Like, none of the characters you give a fuck about. You're just like, any of these motherfuckers could die, and I could give a fuck less.
Well, watching it, you immediately are like, okay, Locke is clearly the good guy. This character is actually going to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
This guy looks like an asshole, but he's actually a good guy. This person is going to end up being a better character than it seems like they are. It's like, it's just really, really predictable.
Yeah, everything that happened, it was just like, yup.
Yeah.
How much do you think they paid him to put his name on the front?
I don't know. If you're Ridley Scott, it's like, fuck it. Just, I mean, it did go through his production company. His production company's logo is at the beginning and end. So, but yeah, I don't think he was necessarily very involved. But also, I don't think Ridley Scott is very good at making stuff anymore. Sorry, dude. I love you, but you...
Shots fired.
I love you, but your shit recently has been pretty whack. Isn't Locke? Locke is the like central character of this.
Halo
Isn't
5.
he in Halo 5? Yeah.
Yeah. But so I've had the same thought process, and there's so many people that know so much more about the Halo universe and the lore and everything. But he was Spartan Locke, wasn't he? He was a Spartan.
I thought so.
So is this like maybe this predated Halo 5 storyline?
So
because I'm almost positive he was a Spartan.
So good to have an OLED screen inside of your controller.
Well, that's the only reason you have it, is just to leave it on a stand, and then when a Halo friend comes over, you're like, look! And you turn it on, and then you never touch it again.
You press...
Because no one ever wants to play with the Duke.
You press the button, and it just does the same video over and over again.
All right, Frank, so you were the one that assigned the homework, and you haven't given your opinion yet.
I thought that, honestly, it was a steaming pile of dog shit. But it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. It wasn't like The Notebook or Water for Elephants bad. But it basically had the production value of a fucking episode of Stargate. So, like, horrible dog shit, dude.
Yeah.
Very.
It didn't...
Yeah.
Their reach exceeded their grasp a little bit.
I kept thinking to myself while I was watching it that, like, Corridor Digital could have made a better episode, or, like, a better Halo movie. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm surprised something like that got greenlit, to be honest.
I mean,
it was cool that. Sorry, but like, it was
go ahead.
cool that there was the Alpha Halo. It was part of the Alpha Halo.
Yeah.
They had to go back to. That was like kind of cool, but like that's it.
also,
Right.
but because Chief blew it up, it's just this like charred hellscape. It's not.
Yeah, so you couldn't tell.
There's like none of the majesty of it being a Halo with these like sweeping mountains and open fields and forests and stuff. It's just this like garbage rock planet.
So this is a super cheap movie to be made because there was like all the visual effects. There was like no practical effects. All of the digital effects were like done very horribly. Not very, very horribly, but not fuck. Tremors has better fucking digital effects.
It's because it's practical effects and Tremors. But go on.
Right.
No,
yeah.
no, I'm not talking about the first one. I'm talking about all the other ones after.
Oh, okay.
But like, it was only filmed in like 2 spots, or 3 spots. It was basically filmed like in a studio, and then it was filmed like on a volcano, like a dormant volcano. It had
Pretty
to
much,
have been where it was filmed at. Like that's it.
Yep. Yep. A warehouse and a volcano. You got 2 sets. That's it.
That's all they
You know-
needed, man.
You build the inside of a pelican for like 2 scenes. A condor, excuse me, not a pelican.
And the most money that they made on that was some dumbass bought 7 copies of it.
Yep.
Blu-ray copies, though. So.
I'm kind of. I wish I wouldn't have because I feel like it puts a little bit of a hurt on the rest of the package. Have you guys seen either of the other 2 yet?
No.
So is that our homework for next week? As we watch which one do you guys want to watch? The anime or the movie?
I don't.
It's up to you guys. I've already seen either, so yeah. But they're super solid. It made me realize how good Forward Unto Dawn is comparably. So Forward Unto Dawn is a little bit of a slow burn. You got to think it's about kids. They're like teenagers probably trying to make it through the cadet training to be in the UNSC.
Okay.
Or Spartans. I can't remember. No, I think it's just UNSC training. It's or maybe ODST training, something like that. And it's kind of a slow burn, but once it hits, man. And it's like the CGI and everything is not anything like what you saw in Nightfall. So
Hold on though. Nightfall's Nightfall's kind of old from what I recall.
I couldn't remember if it was before or after, but Forward Unto Dawn is really old.
This is 2015.
Okay.
So it's
Do
actually
you have Forward
newer
Unto
than I
Dawn
thought.
there? Check that date.
Nope, that's Halo Legends.
2012.
Forward Unto Dawn is older.
Came out before. Wow. 2012. That's crazy. Also, I want you to know, I did not spend anywhere close to $23 on that, like the sticker says.
I left that package sitting on the table, and Chloe was like, "Did he spend $22 on this? Like, why does he send you this stuff?"
No.
Like, because he's an idiot and he's not good with his money.
Yep. Gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
I also, the last thing that I wanted to say about it is that I enjoyed that the title of the thing is Halo Nightfall, and Nightfall is a thing in Destiny, but at this point Bungie wasn't working on Halo, so
Oh, nice.
it's weird. Yeah, in Destiny, the Nightfall is like, it's a rotating weekly mission that gives you really good like loot, gives you really good rewards, and it's very difficult.
Oh, okay. Speaking of rewards, I have been going back and collecting all of the collectibles in Halo Infinite
Seven
and having a
rings.
good time with that.
So the 7 rings. You collected
yeah.
the 7th ring. We're going back to this.
No, I collected the 7th ring, but I also got all of the MJLONIR, Mjolnir, Miho, Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, Mjolnir. So I got all those lockers. I got all the Spartan cores. I upgraded. I finished all my abilities. I did all the fobs. I did all the propaganda towers.
Uh-huh.
The only things that I haven't completed are the 3 different logs. There's UNSC audio logs, Spartan logs, and then the banished logs. And the reason I can't finish those is because some of them are mission specific.
Yeah.
And you can't restart missions once you've completed the camp. Well, once you've completed that mission. So, I don't know. I'm wondering, do you guys think, like, the obvious solution would just be me start a new save file. I guess the save files actually do function, so I could just start a save file on an easy difficulty level and just use a guide and go and get all these fucking audio logs and replay through the campaign. But the other part of me says, like, maybe I just hold out and, like, surely 343 will, like, allow you to just go start these missions back up?
Well, I have a third idea that is what I'm thinking. Just wait till co-op campaign comes out, and then when we do our like legendary playthrough, we'll aim for like a 100% sort of thing
As we
we're
go,
playing.
yeah. But we're already planning on doing that through legendary, so I mean, I guess it would still work, yeah, because then everybody. But then we're also like assuming, you know, hopefully it would work like it does in Halo 3, where if one person picks up the skull, all 4 people in the server, whatever, get the credit for that.
Yeah.
I would hope that would be the thing.
I mean, it's got to be like that, right? That's kind of the only way to do this.
I guess even if it's not, it's just like, hey, everybody come over here real quick. There's a UNSC log. Pick it up real quick. You know, it wouldn't be that bad, but it would be nice if it worked functionality-wise the same as Halo 3. So
You're just going to have to start over.
yeah, which I don't necessarily mind, because there's also an achievement for like beating it under 8 hours. But that might be kind of rough while you're like trying to use a guide.
You're not
going to
be able
all
to.
the audio logs.
Yeah, you know.
So that sounds like a minimum 2 times you have to replay it to get those 2 things.
And we'll do that on Recruit.
Right. Yeah.
That's like Canon Master Chief, where you walk around and just punch everything to death in like one hit.
Or I think on Recruit Halo games, usually you like literally don't even have to shoot or engage enemies. You just keep going. As long as you're hitting those checkpoints and it's not one of those things where you have to clear out a room to like open the door, then you literally don't have to engage in any combat.
Cool beans.
You mean I don't have to on my playthrough?
Are
you playing on
Recruit? Times no.
I'm playing on normal. I should be playing on Recruit though. I die a fucking lot. Like there's who's the hardest? You have the I am fucking too high right now to think. the fugitives,
and you're playing a game and
nope.
ingesting as many snacks as possible.
It's not the fugitives, the people of interest. What are they? The targets of interest or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
One of them I died literally probably about 24 times trying to beat, and it was the fucking
which one?
The
Wraith.
The Wraith. It was the Wraith.
That's the toughest
Dude, the Wraith. Yeah, Wraith was rough. Even in a Wasp, it was rough because what kills you is the brutes that are shooting the. Well, I don't even know what it is. Is it the scrap cannons or whatever?
There's that. There's also the fact that, you know, anytime you're in a vehicle like that, you're really vulnerable to those like electric guns. I always get shot at this guy.
Oh yeah, that's you.
One of those.
Yeah. But those aren't bad because then you just regain altitude. But the ones that would always blow me up are the like they're like arcing little like needles. They leave a trail. You guys know what I'm talking about. I never really
The
even
Impaler. The Staker, or whatever the fuck it's called.
No, not the Skewer. I don't know. I want to say it's like that scrap cannon thing that you pick up. That's like a heavy thing. I don't know. Those things always fuck me up in flying vehicles. But yeah, that Wraith took me quite a few tries myself. The time I beat it, like by the time my Wasp got blown up and I just fell to the ground and ended up beating it on the ground. I think what I did is I grapple jacked one of the ghosts, and then I just used that because the ghosts are so fast you can constantly just like be side strafing with it, but all your shots are still hitting the Wraith, and eventually he jumps out, and then you still have to kill that fuckhead.
It was a really huge disappointment for me because while I was doing that, the Chiefs were also sucking a big dick, and I was just like, "Fuck this! I don't want to do anything. I want to leave now, but I have to complete this game."
Have you guys done the rocket launcher person of interest or whatever yet? He's like up on a cliff.
Is it the guy that gives you the homing rocket launcher?
Yes.
Yeah, I've done that one. I don't remember it though.
It must not have given you trouble then. I wonder if you took it on foot, because in a Wasp, it actually seemed more difficult, because I
Yeah.
didn't realize at first that it was a homing rocket launcher until it was too late a few times. And then, even then, I was like, oh, I can just side strafe and get out of the way. Nope. Like, unless there was like a cliff that I was playing peekaboo behind, he would fucking take me out every time. That's how I
Yep.
took it out. I would just stay down here while he fired a rocket, pop up, fire my rockets, pop back down. It was kind of stupid. I cheesed it, but I got it.
You go with what works.
Yeah, exactly. And then the last person of interest or whatever is on the like far north side of the island after you beat the game.
I still gotta finish my campaign. I just sort of fell off. It's good, but I just get really distracted, man. Like I get entranced by newness. I always want to play new shit, so like I'm always downloading stuff on Game
Yeah.
Pass, or like even just going through GameStop and pillaging cheap games that I've never played before.
I think that's just kind of what the gamer mindset has morphed into, even though we came from an age where that wasn't a thing. Now it definitely is. I mean, like, we were all playing a decent amount of Vanguard too, and then Halo Infinite came out, and then we were like, I mean, I think I touched it once since Vanguard came out, or since Infinite came out, so yeah, I don't know. I'm the
Not
same
me.
way. You haven't touched it at all?
No, not at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
Hey, but guess, do you see what's back in Halo this week?
Okay.
No.
We're back on Fractured Tenrai, boys.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I guess I need to hop on and get those challenges then. I did see that they have said that attrition is going to be coming back either as its own playlist or incorporated into a playlist because of the positive feedback that they receive from the community.
good.
So
Good.
yeah, I'm really happy to see that. I really hope that they make some tweaks. Again, I still think it would be cool to see like the zone that pushes in at the end to be like more of a factor instead of just like, I think out of all the matches I played, and I played probably 20 or more, I think I saw it actually push in and have like any effect to gameplay once or twice. So, and there's a fine line with that. You don't want it like pushing in while both teams still have half their lives, and then it's just, or whatever. They've got to balance it just right. But I would like to see it a little more of a little, have a little more impact on the gameplay.
I like that it's the sort of function it serves right now is just to keep matches from dragging on, and like
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. That's nice. It's annoying when you get into like a Slayer match or whatever, and it just takes fucking like the whole time limit. So I don't know.
Did you see that there's an achievement for reviving 3 allies in a round?
Oh no! In a round, I didn't see that.
Why don't
I'm
you
pretty
guys
sure
have
it's
that
in a
achievement?
round.
You guys should
That sounds impossible.
be saving my ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I need to look it up, but yeah, I'm not. I feel like that's a little too difficult. That's a pretty hard one.
Have you guys fucked around with Steam lately? I have not touched Steam in months, literally.
Yeah, I've been on Steam. Why?
You know, there's a sale. There's a sale going on.
I did.
Is it not?
There's a Lunar New Year's sale going on, and I don't really want to buy anything in it.
I'm the opposite. So, yeah.
Yeah,
what have you
revive 3 allies in an elimination round in a match-made game. That's too much.
That's not gonna happen.
That's real fucking hard there, bud. That's gonna be like a 1% achievement.
Oh, I did play over this weekend. You know what? Actually, I better check if this is NDA or not. I don't think it is, but I don't think you're supposed to be able to stream it or anything. They were careful about that.
Can you just?
I don't know. I didn't sign an NDA. I think I would remember. I just agreed not to stream it or record footage. I played this game called Midnight Ghost Hunt,
Yeah.
which I love asymmetrical multiplayer games. This is a common theme with me. Like, I got really into Predator. I've played Dead by Daylight for years. the Friday the 13th game.
Uh-oh.
Oh, everybody froze.
Thought it was
I
me.
don't know if they can hear me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's bad.
Frank, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Hey. Well, while he's broken, I have cats that are flipping out. Well, no.
Oh, he's back. Maybe.
Hi. Hello?
Hey, come
Hello?
here. Get in here.
Nope.
Yes, this is dog. There's a VR game that I've been looking at, and I wish I could remember the name of it, but it's like super cheap. It's like an airline, it's a fucking flying VR game.
Yeah.
And I looked at all the DLC, and if you buy all the DLC, it's like $7,000.
No, thank you.
Back to what I was saying. Did you guys hear me say asymmetrical multiplayer game?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was about the last thing. You
Okay.
like playing Predator and
Yeah.
Predator.
Those are the types of games that I get really into, like Splinter Cell Online 2, back when it was Spies and Mercs. Anyways, Midnight Ghost Hunt is 4v4. It's a team of ghosts against a team of ghost hunters, very much in the vein of like Ghostbusters. And you like get to pick loadouts and perks and all this shit. And basically, the ghosts can do prop hunt type shit, so they can turn into whatever they find in the environment.
Okay.
And the ghost team wants to survive for 5 minutes, because after 5 minutes, it's midnight, and then the ghosts become really powerful and can fight back really effectively against the ghost hunters. So it's like a prop hunt for 5 minutes, and then it's kind of like an FPS a little bit.
Sounds interesting.
It's fun. It's like it runs really smoothly. All the gadgets that the ghost hunting team has are clearly like pretty Ghostbusters inspired, but they all look like they're made out of like lawnmowers and blenders and like shit you found around the house, which is always like I love when people do that. Yeah, it's in beta. It's really cool.
What platforms
like
is it going to be on?
It's on Steam right now in beta. You can like go to their Steam page and request access, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it will end up being on, but Steam definitely.
Oh, yeah?
Have you heard of Crossfire X?
Yes, the game that Remedy's working on.
So, it is a February Game Pass title, and I was not very familiar with it. So I looked into it a little bit, and apparently I watched a review. I guess it already came out on Xbox One a year or two ago. As long as I was looking at the right game.
God, again?
Andrew, you
Seriously?
still there? You look froze, dude.
He's froze, dude. It's cold.
Oh, no.
Maybe it's cold outside. He's froze, dude.
Baby, it's cold outside. Well, what I was talking about was more targeted towards Andrew, so... Oh, there.
I
Daddy?
swear to God.
Dad.
That old blizzard not being nice to you, huh? So,
What the fuck is going on?
anyways, I guess this game came out like on the Xbox One already, a year or two ago, something like that, because I watched a review and a guy was talking about a game mode that's in that kind of goes along with what you were talking about, Andrew. It's kind of like Spies vs. Mercs, where there's a team with guns and shit. And I think it's like a bomb planting type scenario, like Counter-Strike. But one team has guns and the other team is like cloaked, like invisible, but you can see a little bit of outliney shit, kind of like, Halo, whatever. And they've got like knives and melee only. But they have like breathing apparatuses that you can hear a little bit. So there's like an audio cue to listen for. And it looked interesting. So
That's my shit. That sounds really fun.
yeah, might be worth looking into. I remember, like, one of the first events I ever went to was Ubisoft Toronto or Montreal, one of the two, where they were working on that Spies vs. Mercs mode. And I've never been a huge Splinter Cell fan or whatever, but I remember sitting there playing it in their studio and, like, just That was so much fun, having like the crawl spaces that you could get to as a spy, but you couldn't get there as a mercenary, and
The fact
it was
that
a
like
lot of fun.
you could set traps as a merc, like you had all these cool gadgets that you could use to try to help you figure out where the spies were and where they were moving.
Right.
And also like so because you were the spy, you had basically Sam Fisher's like moveset, and you could grab, like you could like choke out mercs.
Yeah.
But when you did that, you could talk to them over the mic.
Oh shit, I don't remember that. That's awesome.
You could whisper to them while you were snapping their necks.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Surely they have to know that that was like a very popular thing and would be a very easy cash grab to reboot it in some way.
You know that Crossfire X, the thing that is notable about it, like, yeah, it came out a few years ago as a multiplayer game, yes, I think.
Like an
But-
FPS shooter multiplayer game.
But what is coming out now is a campaign for it, and the campaign is being made
Okay.
by Remedy, who made
I saw something about a campaign, so
Remedy of Control and Quantum Break and Max Payne fame, you know, all those games. So
I actually played through Quantum Break. Surprisingly, I let's played that. I don't think I made it
It's-
all the way through, but it was interesting.
it's not amazing, but it is fun.
Yeah.
It's like it's
It
it's
ha-
kind of like
If you don't remember that game, listeners, that was the one that had very, very long, like 20-minute cutscenes of like actual actors. It was like live action
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
mixed
yeah.
into a video game. Yeah.
it was
very
designed
interesting.
to be sort of like a TV show,
Yeah.
like kind of folded into a game. It's pretty weird. It also has a bunch of recognizable actors in it too.
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
Well, I'm interested in trying that out.
defo.
I'll
Yeah.
definitely be popping it in for the Achievies. I wonder so the campaign is going to be out for the Game Pass release, do you know?
I believe so. Yeah.
Like what's their like launch strategy? Are they PS5, Xbox, PC purchase title like
They're Xbox exclusive as far as I know.
oh, okay. I'm just trying to get an idea of like if it's a fucking Game Pass campaign, surely it's going to be fairly short, like 3 or 4 hours max, I would think.
I don't know. I think it's also only on console. I don't think it's coming to PC.
Interesting.
I remember a few years ago, maybe it was E3 or something last year, where there was a Microsoft presentation. They were showing off, you know, all the stuff that was coming up, and every single game was like coming to Game Pass on PC and console, except for that one. That was the one that was like didn't say PC, and I was like, oh, that's weird.
Interesting.
Not really,
I
but
shall try it. Yeah. Kind of. I don't remember the other Game Pass titles. I don't really remember any of them being super exciting for this month.
for this month, yeah, nothing that I can remember either, really. fine,
February
though.
Game Pass. Yeah, it's not always going to be bangers.
Still better than the PSN offerings for February.
My fucking
I-
PS5 is so goddamn dusty. It displays Hulu and Netflix.
Do you want to play UFC 4?
I put up a very like sarcastic,
Twitter video?
yeah, Twitter just kind of just dragging PlayStation, but there were people that were like actually trying to argue that well, you get free games on PlayStation too, and I'm like, okay, all right, sure.
Yeah, but the offerings are whack. I mean, just face it, they're not very good.
Yeah. Well, and then they were trying to say that like Game Pass games were just terrible. It's like, well,
That's
I mean,
dumb.
some of them, sure.
There's
Sure.
a shit ton of bad games on fucking PS Now and PS Plus. Like, very horrible
Well,
games.
To be fair, if we're going to do this comparison, this side-by-side thing, then you can only look at games with gold versus the free games that PSN gives you.
Yeah.
Because Game Pass is an extra thing that you pay money for.
Right.
So, if you want to look at that, then fine. Like, I think they're both probably not very good. I mean, although games with gold this month gave you what? Radiant Silvergun, which is one of the best shmups ever made. And if you want to go buy a copy, it's like $1 jillion. I mean, anytime they want to give away a free game made by Treasure, like that's That's worth something.
One thing that I remembered, I think yesterday, because it auto redeemed on my account. With this whole like console wars, I think it takes a lot of like, you have to wear some big blinders to not admit that the Xbox is doing a lot of right things right now, in comparison to Sony, just all around. With Game Pass and just the technically more powerful console and blah 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 blah. Even though all the Sony fans are always just going to be like, but look at the sales numbers, they're out. Cool, whatever. Anyways, one of the things that I always forget about that is really nice with Xbox is the what do they call it? The Xbox Rewards program, where you turn in quest points for just like playing Game Pass games and getting achievements and just playing through certain titles and just really easy stuff that you will get organically without even thinking about it, literally. It'll just be like, oh, you have like 5 quests to turn in, and then you hit the Xbox button and you turn in your quest and you get your points. And then I have mine set up to where I get an automatic voucher redeemed to my account on a monthly basis for $5. So you get $5 off a game every month that you're getting for playing video games, which is like really fucking cool, obviously. And
There's problems with that.
There's
Problems with that.
What do you mean?
They're rewarding addiction, just like achievements.
I mean, that's
you
how
smoke cigarettes.
That's how they've been doing it for years, dude. What do you think achievements are? That's rewarding.
Yeah, I'm in my 30s and I'm still like, I gotta get those fucking achievements.
See?
Is what it is, though, Also, I realized how inferior all other consoles are whenever I was setting up my multimedia power station in my living room. My home theater powerhouse of a fucking amazingness face orgasm every time you step in the room. I don't know where I'm trying to go with that. But you can program remotes to your fucking Xbox and like interact with everything on your Xbox with a fucking multimedia remote. You can't do that with a PlayStation or a Switch. And like it's a little thing, but like it really is fucking nice to have that ability.
Did you end up getting a new multimedia remote after we couldn't find? Yeah.
Yeah, I could not find it. They discontinued those remotes. They're called Harmony, Logitech Harmony remotes. They discontinued them after doing some research. They retail for like $69.99, something like that on their website, but obviously being discontinued. I got one on eBay, the Logitech Harmony 650 for $100. And here's how you have to program it. You have to download the Logitech Harmony software so I downloaded the software on my laptop. Then you have to use a USB cable to connect the multimedia remote to your laptop. And then you have to enter the model numbers of all of the fucking products that you're hooking up to it. So I had to get the model number off the TV, which was terrifying. 85-inch Samsung fucking mounted to the wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I hope it's in a... I'm like...
Someone was really high when they hung that thing up, too.
I had my phone with the flash on and took a video behind the TV to find the model number. Got that. Then I had to get the model number for the Xbox, the PlayStation 5, the Switch, the Denon receiver that everything is hooked into, and put all of that into the software. And then you set up what are called routines. And with that is basically you can hit watch TV, and just by hitting that one button, it will power on the Denon receiver, it will power on the Xbox Series X, it'll power on the TV, it'll make sure the TV's on the right output, and it'll make sure the Denon receiver is selected to the right output as well.
It's like a macro.
All from one button press. Yeah. And then whenever you hit the power off button, it turns all those things off at the same time too. So and if you hit if I hit the PlayStation 5 button, it'll turn everything off that doesn't need to be on, but leave the things on that need to be on, switch the inputs and everything. It's a really it sounds simple, but when you really think about what it's doing, it's pretty fucking high-tech shit, and it's really convenient when you have it, and you just have to worry about one fucking remote. But it sucks because everything is seamless, other than when I want to play the Switch or the PS5, I have to walk over and turn the fucking console on, where everything else is just handled by this one magic wand. So, catch up, Sony. Catch up, Nintendo.
You could also turn the console on with the PS button on the remote, but that's fine too.
You can, but who wants to do that?
Yeah, you would rather get up and walk across the room.
I would rather throw it through a fucking window, Andrew, and play a console that is worth a damn. But here we are.
There was a.
I also don't like recharging controllers. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Call me old-fashioned, but give me a box of 400 AA's on Amazon for $20.
I bought rechargeables for my fucking controllers, so shut up.
Hey! Hold on here.
That is acceptable when you have a dock, but if you don't, if you're in a position where you don't, like on my couch where we keep our remotes, is just in the middle fucking cushion thing, and it's not like convenient. I guess I could put a fucking controller dock down in there to sit the controller, because I do have that for Xbox next to my bed. Anyways, continue.
All right. So, like last week, did you know what happened on the PS5 update?
No, I never turn it on unless I'm like need to reheat an Eggo waffle
So
or something. Andrew's frozen.
They added a thing to it now where it's like.
Does your phone say "live, laugh, live"?
No.
Drink
Live,
gin.
laugh, drink
Wow.
gin.
I made that myself, by the way, because that's a picture from the
That's
lake
cute.
house. That's a picture from the lake house.
Wow.
You
And
can
then
see
you put
the
the caption,
lake.
"Live, laugh, drink gin."
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
The movie
Anyways.
The Lake House, starring Keanu Reeves.
Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. Shut up! Let me fucking talk!
Spit
Hey,
it
man,
out.
I disappeared. I didn't know you were trying to say something. I
So
thought you were just
now-
being a dick.
Sony has caught up to Microsoft with that button and the companion app for the phone.
Oh, I saw that it's easier to get clips. Or
But it's
whatever,
still
yeah.
a pain in the dick. It's still a pain in the dick. but at
haven't-
least it's something
know.
now.
God damn it, Sony.
Yeah.
I'm actually using my PS5 now. I'm playing through Demon Souls, so that's good news. I didn't know that.
Why don't you buy another fucking studio, Sony? You pieces of shit.
Why? I can't wait until they come out with the fucking Sony's answer to fucking Halo, and it's amazing.
The amount of people that still think Bungie owns Halo is hilarious, by the way. I mean, I'm sure there was a percentage of people trolling, but there was so many people on Twitter that are just like, well, now that Sony owns Halo... no.
My favorite thing is that Sony was like, so Sony bought Bungie. We just have to say that so that people know what we're talking about if they don't know that. Sony bought Bungie. Bungie makes Destiny and nothing else. And Sony was like, don't worry, Bungie's games will stay multi-platform. And we're all like, Bungie has one game. And it's like...
Yeah, that's a huge announcement there.
$4 billion. It was like 3.6 or something. $4 billion.
It's a lot. I wonder if it was just like if their acquisition. I mean, I know they say that it's been being worked on for months, but I wonder if they're gonna start getting studios like that just for leverage for if and when Xbox tries to say like, hey, Call of Duty is now going to be exclusive, but if you want to have people on the PlayStation 5 play Call of Duty, we can do that. But that's why we need to have Game Pass on PS5s. You know, like I could see that happening. And I think Sony's going to start buying up all these companies that they've either already been in the talks with or now that they're, you know, that now that they have to scramble, they will be. And they're going to use that for leverage and say like, okay, hey, look, yeah, like we hear you, but we have the rights to all these games. So let's just, you know, make a compromise here that we get Call of Duty and we'll give you guys all of this in response to that. But Call of Duty is like the ace up the sleeve. Call of Duty is as much as like none of us even really care about Call of Duty anymore. I get it. Just talking about Call of Duty is like, people don't want to hear it. It's like a dagger in the heart, whatever. But Call of Duty is the #1 selling video game every fucking year. So they kind of have the trump card. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. It's part of the thing to me too is that I'm thinking about like Sony has a lot of studios already that we don't necessarily think about because they're just sort of folded into Sony, like Sony Santa Monica or, you know, whatever. shit like that.
Right.
And they've been making really good games for a long time. Like, a lot. I mean, even if you're an Xbox fanboy, you got to admit that a lot of the PS4 exclusives, like the Last of Us games, God of War, Horizon, those games are really good. They're really, really high quality games that were made for that platform. And now they're starting to show up on PC, yes, but
I can admit that they're good, but I really do feel like there's a huge portion of Xbox gamers that are like me, and they're just stupid and addicted to first-person shooters, and that's like the only thing they care about. Like, you could talk about those Sony games all you want, and I'm just like, I have no desire. There's no, and I'm a serious victim of FOMO in almost every realm of anything, collectibles, just like media, shows, whatever. But when it comes to like hearing about any of those, I don't fucking care. I have literally no desire to even try to play any of those titles. They mean fucking nothing to me. And I can't be the only one. I feel like there's a lot of Xbox players out there that probably fit in that same category.
no, I mean, I'm sure
But I
that
will
you're
admit
right.
that those are good games, and I understand like, the value that has to a lot of gamers.
Yeah, and like Spider-Man also, like they have studios they have already and have had studios that are really, really good at making AAA games, and they've made them exclusive. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know why you would buy Bungie. Sorry, I just don't. I love Bungie as much as the next guy, but fuck, man.
I think it has to, but I keep wanting to say it has to be a bargaining chip thing, but then, I mean, if what they're saying is true, and I'm sure that it is, like obviously these deals don't just happen overnight. It's been in the works for months, but maybe they knew that the Activision acquisition was happening too, so maybe it has been a response to that the whole time. I don't know, because that was just kind of my thought too. It's like, man, Bungie for that much money, fucking why? Or the other thing is that there could be a huge game that Bungie's working on that all the industry people know about, and it looks super fucking promising, and Sony's like, yeah, we need to have that. You know what I mean? That's the other thing, maybe?
That's true, but like the industry is so leaky that I feel like we would have heard
True,
something about
yeah.
that at this point.
Destiny just seems like a really big bet for $4 billion. Like
Yeah.
a really big bet.
They've got to be working on something else, but I mean, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because really, what else?
And I want to see what they're working on.
What else is there besides Destiny 1 and 2, and Halo that Bungie did?
Marathon.
Yeah,
The only
that's
thing
true.
I know of.
Yeah, then I'm out. I'm out of answers.
That is
Did
so-
they make that PS2 game Oni?
I don't think so.
Oh, yep. Yeah, so they did Marathon, Myth, and Oni.
They did do Oni, yep.
Halo.
Developers Bungie, Rockstar as well, too, though.
Yeah, I know Rockstar was involved with that, but look at this. Look at the memory on this fucking guy.
Look at you go! I'm surprised I remembered Marathon, to be honest.
Marathon was on
It's backwards compatible. You can still play it.
was on the Apple Pippin.
Marathon 2 Durandal is on Xbox.
Be careful looking up Oni, man. I'm about to see some shit I don't want to see. Oh my god, dude.
Myth, Oni, Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, Destiny, Master Chief Collection, Destiny 2. Yeah, they've only made a whole lot of games.
It's sort of it feels like the time. Do you remember when Microsoft bought Rare and then Rare never made anything good?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that to me.
I think that Rare, though, peaked at, like, Diddy Kong Racing, though, so...
I mean, that
Speaking
game fucking owns, so you might
Of
be right.
Rare, when the fuck are we going to get the GoldenEye announcement?
Never.
Whenever. Who fucking cares?
It's not going to happen.
It's
I
gonna come
need
out
it,
at-
Andrew.
It's going to come out and everybody's going to play it and they're going to be like, oh, this isn't as fun as I remember.
I mean,
Sorry.
be
Well, I'm
that
sorry
as
to-
it may.
I'm sorry to say that, but like that's...
No, I get it. We had I had a bunch of people over for a New Year's, like within the last 5 years at some point. I don't remember because it was at the last house, and we hooked up a 64 that night.
That was the last good game that Rare made.
Yeah, well, all three of them were pretty good. I hooked up a 64 on the fucking old 85-incher, and we played Mario Kart and GoldenEye. First of all, never hook up a Nintendo 64 to an 85-inch TV. It just doesn't, like, you couldn't tell what the fuck was happening. But yeah, no, there's a lot of that, like, and then you remember, because I remember at one point going back and I was like, I'm gonna let's play GoldenEye, like that'd be fun as shit, right? But the way that they like did like the chapter selection and shit, it was just really weird. So I hope that this remake that's coming out, maybe they'll make the campaign a little bit more, I don't know, like normal in the way that it's just played, and because I would like to go back through. I don't think I've ever beaten GoldenEye.
So this is just a side tangent because we're talking about Rare and stuff and shit. So on my 3DS, I decided to buy some games and put on it recently, and so I didn't buy the Donkey Kong Country. God damn it, I've got it. It's just out of reach. I didn't buy that, but I bought Ocarina of Time because it's so fucking expensive to buy a physical copy of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's like and I'm so mad that I had that twice.
But if you're gonna do it now.
Yeah.
It's only gonna go up.
Oh.
I mean, it's like fucking gold.
Yeah.
All those games, just grab it now.
Don't forget it's on the Nintendo Switch Online thing, so you already have access to it.
Yeah,
True.
but it's not in 3D.
Fair enough.
All right, but so
It's also not rendered in 320 by 140 or whatever the fucking 3DS resolution is.
Solid point.
it was so archaic because whenever you buy something on the 3DS store and you want it to download, you have to let it sit there on the download screen while it does the thing with the boxes. And it took fucking forever. Like, their servers must, like, not be... They have no 3DS, like, market servers anymore.
There's a way where you can put it into sleep and download, and I think it actually is a little faster. But
God.
it's still stupid. Yeah,
Plus, you
it's
have to
really
listen to
bad.
that jingle. Like, every Nintendo store ever has where you download a game.
Oh.
It's, like, got some dumb little jingle you have to listen to over and over.
Don't talk shit about the Wii Shop music, man. That shit bangs.
No. I would never talk shit on that. Frank, do you have any old school games that you like? I know there's a lot of like old school games that you're very partial to, and I think it would be fun to see you let's play some of that kind of shit.
Well, so I'm going to be doing some... I've already got, like, a list of things, but these are probably not going to be things that I'm going to do. These are just stupid things that I bought because they're going to be worth a lot of money at some point. And it'd be cool to have copies of. But I've got a list of, like, really shitty games. I'm going to do Shenmue, but I'm not going to do a completionist Shenmue where I fucking max out Ryu's fucking virtual fighter skills.
You know what we need to make happen, even if it's just a live stream and not a let's play at some point, because the logistics of how we would... Anyways, and I don't know if it's 2-player or more, Silent Bomber needs to happen. You and I need to sit down and play Silent Bomber for the gravy audience at some point for the amount of time that we spent on that fucking demo disc back in the... Which, by the way, I have that demo. I purchased the demo.
That thing's going to be worth, like, $500 in, like, 10 years.
That's cute.
Well, the game itself, Silent Bomber,
It's
is
pretty good.
Fucking stupid expensive. Pretty sure. That's
miss
why I
demo.
got the demo disc.
I miss demo discs.
Everybody fucking does, except for the people that are shitty
Oh.
enough to never have had one. Yeah, $149 for a CIB copy. Disc only, $132.99.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. I
Yeah,
thought it
it's
would
like
be a lot,
super obscure.
that would be a lot cheaper than that because usually the disc-only copies are not that bad.
But it's a super amazing fucking game.
If you're on eBay, look up how much is TMNT Radical Rescue.
Oh, did you guys see how
Game
much... Go ahead.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that picture of those Layers potato chips I sent you?
Yes.
$14 a bag on fucking Amazon.
That's ridiculous. Is that Radical Rescue right there?
No, this is Back to the Sewer. So this is two.
Radical Rescue is going to cost you minimum $80 for a good copy, with a clean label and shit.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Buy a
Over the
garbage
100
copy.
That actually might be the way to go. Just here, I can see if I can find you a copy that Has like a ripped label.
I have a bunch of Game Boy games with like ripped labels, and that's why. I mean, that's why they're cheap.
Oh.
There you go.
Copy of Darkwing Duck sitting over here that you can't tell what it is.
Fuck, the cheapest copy right now is $115.
Ugh.
That's There's an auction going right now. It's 4 days left. It's only at $50, but obviously it's not gonna end at that. I found one for $100.30. That's the cheapest I can get you.
Well, Hyperstone Heist. How much is Hyperstone Heist right now?
Is that Game Boy as well?
No, it's a Genesis TMNT game.
Hyperstone Heist Genesis. That one doesn't look bad. Looks like you can get it for like $15, $20.
Those are replicas.
Let me look. Let me look at sold listings. It looks like it's fairly rare. That's the prices are kind of all over the place. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot that ended, for like $15, $20.
Those are reprints.
But
Promise.
oh yeah, here, let me put authentic.
I saw a copy in a game store a while ago it was Japanese. So it was not, it's like, it has a different title in Japanese. I can't remember what it is. It's like Shredder's Revenge or something, but it was like $200 CIB, and I fucking should have bought it. Like, I really wanted to get it.
Looks like authentic carts, just the cartridge, usually go for like $45-$50. Unfortunately, right now, the cheapest one looks like it's like $75 that's listed.
It's not too bad. That's not as bad as I thought.
So,
Well, since it's cold outside and we keep freezing, I think it might be time to wrap it up, B.
Yeah.
wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up.
You're right. And I guess we'll have to talk about this next week, but I do just want to say I've been playing Pokemon Arceus, and it's really good. I really like it a lot.
I do too.
It's a good.
It's glitchy.
We'll talk about it.
It's glitchy as
We'll
fuck.
talk about
though.
it next week.
I lost my Switch, but I recently found it, so that's my story.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Thanks, Javelin, for letting us use your song Soda Popinski as our little ditty, our little theme. It's a little ditty about Jack and Diane. Thank you to Tyler
Little
Edwards
ditty
for the art.
About
Appreciate
Jack
it.
and Diane.
Stop. Jesus
That is
Christ.
the
Frank.
most disturbing thing I've ever seen.
That's what it
Thanks
looks
for the
like
thumbnail,
going inside.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Thanks, Tyler Edwards, for our gravy train art. Appreciate that. Anything else you guys want to say?
Watch all our content. Help us get them watch hours.
Yeah, check out our stuff. Just put it on in the background while you do other shit.
Yeah.
Come on, we
Fuck
know you're
yeah,
busy.
dude.
I don't expect you
we
to. I don't expect you to devote 10 solid minutes to just paying attention to me. That's insane. But put me on in the background while you're
expect
making
it.
dinner or whatever.
Yeah, Andrew's episodes are going to be pretty short
Well,
for this first thing.
it doesn't help that the first game I decided to play I beat in like 30 minutes. I mean, that's kind of the nice thing about Game Boy games is they're
Yeah.
really fucking short by them mostly. Anyways.
But you'll see longer episodes for my stuff. You'll see like 30-minute episodes for the 13 Let's Play. Episode 1's already up. Go watch it.
I'll get there too. I'll play some longer stuff, but right
And
now,
by the time this comes up, you and Frank will both have content. Right?
no, mine will come out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Frank will put this up today, which is Saturday.
Yeah.
And Andrew will put his content up tomorrow, which is Sunday. Frank will have already had his content up Thursday. So, there you go. Go watch whatever Frank uploaded.
I love you. What? Does anybody have a word?
Ah! Charlie Horse!
Charlie Horse.